Alright, what's poppin', people? We're back! After like a month-long layoff. It's been a while, but I'm feeling motivated again, and this time, I'm not kidding myself, because it begins 50 days of raw BMS. Like I said in the Joey video, I said if within a week of that video uploading I got 50 subs, I'd do 50 videos in a row. And yeah, nope, that's happening. So I figure why not start off with an incredible bit of news. We not only have a new tiering council created, which covers literally every metagame. They serve, I guess, as the head of tiering now. There is a tiering admin, but the tiering admin's not on the council, so I don't really get it. Regardless, we got a tiering council. We've had this PR thread up for a while talking about canceling at least rises within the last two tier shifts, major tier shifts of a generation. And they voted on it, and they said yes. So we've got the voting results right here. Freeze before July was an option, freeze after July was an option, meaning basically they'd say, okay, just the last tier shift, there aren't rises. And then do not freeze saying, nope, rise is all the way. And it was unanimously voted that July will not have any rises. Now this is absolutely huge. Lower tiers are of course always going to have the appeal, or maybe the detractor for some, of tier shifts. And those create basically just extra instability. Now some people do enjoy that because it means metagames are just inherently going to be more varied when you look at a tier across a generation. There's always that lingering chance of, oh, what if a metagame staple leaves your tier at literally any given moment? And we have seen that multiple times. We saw Flygon leave NU this gen. We've seen Crobat, even though it was like 2 weeks that we had it, it left NU. We saw, of course, Bronzong leave NU at the very beginning of this year. And, you know, just as scheduled, where we'll have a tier shift in July, already you had a couple of crucial NU Pokemon, some more crucial not, potentially looking like they were going to rise. Among them, Rotom-Mow was getting increased hype, Heliolisk, Diancie, Guzzlord, Vaporeon, and potentially even more. And of course, losing one or some or all of those with only a few months left before the releases of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, that would actually just be absolutely insane for us. You know, there's not a whole lot of room for fixing a metagame when you're now dealing with really limited time and a metagame in complete flux. I mean, I think an even better case to look at, and fortunately this didn't happen, but Sun and Moon NU, where we had the last tier shift was in November. Pokemon Sword and Shield were releasing 2 weeks after it. It was a full tier shift. Passimian almost rose into RU. I think it was actually only missing the threshold by like 0.1%. It was something really, really tiny. And had we lost Passimian, that tier would have needed extensive retiering, I believe personally. I think some others would disagree, but Passimian is at worst, I think, the second best Pokemon in the eyes of many. You might have some people that view it a little lower, but losing that Pokemon would have caused a lot to change. And fortunately we dodged that bullet, but imagine if we hadn't. Well, now we won't ever have to worry about that, even if we still were to lose a, you know, because this still leaves you open to losing, you know, something in, say, June. What if that's just the last major tier shift that would come before July? You know, say it would always follow this track of, you know, January, April, July, November as tier shifts in that last year of a generation. Sure, April could have any lower tier lose a really crucial Pokemon, but this is an improvement because now a tier will have multiple months to do basically some final cleaning up. There will still be drops. I think that needs to still be emphasized, because drops can have a similarly really large effect on whether or not a Pokemon remains, you know, balanced in a tier, whether you have to like still do some extra work to deal with that drop. But it's a lot easier to have a Pokemon drop into your tier and say, alright, we gotta get rid of this now. instead of having a crucial, say, defensive Pokemon, Raz out of your chain, you're like, oh look, 3 Pokemon now just became S rank. Anyhow, I'm really happy with this development. I think y'all should be as well. This is actually just wonderful. You know, there's not a dang bit of negative, in my opinion, about this shift. And I'm really excited to get to see how Indy looks going forward with it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoy 50 Days of Raw BMS. We're starting on, looks like May 27th. So I gotta get to uploading, or I gotta get to recording. I'll catch y'all next time. And of course, fuck Mitch McConnell. Peace!